Hi, and welcome to math. So you might be wondering, why am I taking math advice from someone who's currently failing their calculus class? And the answer is, that's not my problem. You should reevaluate your life choices. So we're going to begin. A snowball is melting at a rate of 324 pi mm3/s. So already, look at that. That's a volume, and then that's a time. So that's v prime, and v prime is basically just dv over dt, which is derivative of v in terms of t. So already they've given us that. 324 pi, right, is that. At what rate is the radius decreasing when the volume of the snowball is whatever that is? So what is this? It's a snowball, right? Oop, it's a snowball. And what do they want? The volume. So what's the volume formula? If you don't know, we're in the same boat. I've just learned this, like today. So V equals 4 over 3 pi r3. That's going to be the volume of a sphere. And guess what? A snowball, that's a sphere. So we can just take the derivative of this equation, so we can then plug in this to the derivative equation. So we're going to do that. V prime equals, now this is a constant, so we could just leave that out until the end. We can draw a little whoop whoop whoop, and we just shake it out. That didn't make sense. We could just put it out, basically just take the derivative of this and then multiply by that. So derivative of this, you're going to treat this with the chain rule. You're going to treat it like it's a function. Why? I don't know, man. Ask Isaac Newton. I don't know, okay? So basically, we're going to do 3r2 r prime. That's that derivative. So we're just going to have 4 over 3 pi times 3r2 r prime. So as you can see, the 3's cancel. Basically, you're left with 4 pi r2 r prime equals v prime. So now we could start plugging stuff in, right? Well, there's only one thing to plug in at this moment. So we could plug in v prime, because we have that. So 324 pi equals 4 pi. I feel like Sal Khan. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's iconic. I feel like him right now, but I could never. So 4 pi r2 r prime. So basically, we're looking for r prime, right? At what rate is the radius? So we're looking for r prime. We need to find r, though, to solve for r prime. So they've given us volume. So all we have to do is plug in volume right here in this equation. So we're going to make a little arrow. So 972 pi equals 4 over 3 pi r to the third. So basically just divide 4 over 3 pi, 4 over 3 pi. I don't know how to do division, but I wish I did. So 972 divided by 4 over 3. I'm going to go ahead and use a calculator for that right now. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. We're going to do this. We're going to do this right. 972 times 3 over 4. Oh my God, that's a lot of work. 972, 3, 6. You could skip through this part. 1, 2, 27, 28, 29. 2916. 2916 divided by 4. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. Look at that. 11. Oh my God. 4 times 2 is 8. Oh, whoopsies. 4 times 2 is 8. 36. That's 9. So we're left with 7, because the pi's cancel, right? So we're left with 729 equals r3. Root that. And whatever that is, that's r. I'm pretty sure it's 9 just because I've done this problem before. I don't really know how to do math. But we could double check that. So 9 squared is 81. 81 times 9. 972. Yes. So it's going to be 9. Our radius is 9. Now we are ready to do this. 324 pi. Pi equals 4 pi 9 squared r prime. So let's, this is so much work. 81 times 4, 32, 324. Basically, 324 pi r prime equals 324 pi. Divide, and then it's 1. Your radius decreasing rate is 1. And that's how you do that. See? And you haven't killed yourself yet. Look at you. We're back. Isn't that great? And we have more work. Fantastic. Let's get started. An experimental plane currently overhead is flying at 120 miles per hour at an altitude, I don't know how to say words, of 32,000 feet. So let's draw that experimental plane. 32,000, and it's going 120 miles per hour. So already we have a rate of change. So that's a derivative. We don't know for what yet. Right now this is garbage, but we need a shape. So how fast is the plane's distance from you increasing at the moment when the plane is flying over a point on the ground 24,000 feet from you? So here's you, and here's 24,000 feet, right? And here's the plane. And so basically we want, let me switch the color. Ooh, getting so into this. I feel like I'm never going to be able to pronounce anything. So we want that, right? Look at that, nice colors. Also, experimental plane flying overhead. If that crashes, oh my God, you wouldn't have to do calculus for the rest of your life. You just get so much money. Anyway, especially if it was United, they'd probably settle like in a heartbeat. Anyways, they have a lot of bad publicity. Please don't sue me. So how fast is the plane's distance from you increasing at the moment? So we want this, right? And what's that? This is basically an unfinished triangle. Let's finish it off, right? Altitude is not going to change on the other side. It's still going to be, the same. So we could draw that, and look at that. Now we have 2 triangles. Isn't that lovely? So we're looking for this. Now we're going to call this C. Can you tell me why? This is like a Dora moment. Are you saying it? I can't hear you. Good job. I don't know if you said it. Probably didn't. So we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. Plus b squared equals c squared. So right now, this is going to be our B. This is going to be our A. 32, oh my, that's such a big number. 1,000 squared plus 24,000 squared equals c squared. Now, I wish we could just do that to the whole thing, but we cannot. So if you thought about doing that, you can't. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. So 32,000 times 32,000. What's 32 times 32? 4, 6, 6, 9, 4, 12, 10, 24. And we're going to put 6 zeros at the end of that. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do the same thing for 24,000. So we're going to get in a nice little corner and do that. 24, 24, 16. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 4 times 2 is 8. 4, 6. What's 9 plus 8? 9 plus 9 is 18, so that's 17. 576. 576 with 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals c squared. If you don't want to die right now, you are a better man than I. So we're going to add these together. That's a lot of zeros. I don't think they matter. Do they matter? We'll find out. So right now we're just going to do 1024 plus 576, 0, 10, 6, 1600, and then with 6 zeros. Yeah, with 6 zeros. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals c squared. Lovely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to be 4 with, I think, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, yeah, with 4. And that's our C. Look at that. We've got something. So we have C now. But they don't want C. They want more from us. They want the derivative of C. So we're going to solve for the derivative in this, right? So that's going to be 2a, a prime, plus 2b, b prime equals 2c, c prime. You get the points, yeah. So now we just plug stuff in, right? So 2 times 32,000. And what's the derivative of the height? Can you answer that for me? How would we get that? It's a trick question at 0, because guess what? The height doesn't change, because it's always, see that? It's the same, both sides. I mean, unless it crashes later on and you, well, they didn't talk about that, so assume it's not going to crash. Even though it's experimental, whatever. Assume it's not going to crash, just trust. So 0. So this whole thing doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So it's just 2, what's b? 24,000. What's b prime? I forgot. Oh, 120. See, because that's, yeah, see that? They're both like that. You get it. So 120 equals 2 times c, which is 40,000. And then we're solving for that. So that's your equation. You're basically just going to do that. Oh, that's a lot of math. 24 times, we're going to do 24 times 2 for right now. That's 48. 120, 48, 0, 16, 9. You can skip this part unless you want to watch me not be able to do basic multiplication. 0, 8, 4. 0, 12, 18, 5, 8, 20. With how many zeros, though? We did not keep track. Whoopsies. Well, 24,000, that would be 48,000. I'm going to assume you add 4 zeros onto that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I thought I multiplied that. Equals 40,000 times 2. What's that? That's 80,000. So divide on both sides by 80,000. This is, I'm gonna just use a calculator. I'm sorry, I can't be doing this. 582. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 80. 1, 2, 3. That's not right. I messed up the multiplication. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, whoopsies. That's the right, yeah, whoops. So 576, whatever, and then divided by 80,000. And your answer is 72. Yeah, I don't know how to do basic multiplication, but the rest is correct. So your answer is going to be 72 miles per hour, right? How fast is, the number's definitely right, but I don't know about the rate. I'm pretty sure it's miles per hour. Who cares? 72. That's your answer. We're back. We have another question. This one's 6 lines long. Why? Because the person who made this obviously hates humanity. We're going to begin. A road running north to south. Already I'm confused. I need a compass. North. Never eat soggy waffles. If you are a 21 Pilots fan, you are welcome to put the east right here. So, a road running north to south. North to south. So that's going to be whoop right there. Crosses a road going east to west at point P. So we're going to put point P right here. P. And that's going east to west. Nice. Okay. So we're done for that sentence. Cyclist A is riding north. I'm going to make Cyclist A. We're going to make him blue. A. And he is 3,900 meters to the north of P, traveling at 32 meters per second. Nice. 3,900, comma, 32 meters per second. This is a derivative, so that's nice. They've given us one thing. You know what? I take that back. This question is not nice. It's 6 lines long. It's awful. You could give me all the information in the world. It would still be awful. Anyway, Cyclist B is 5,200 meters to the east of P. Okay, to the east? You mean to the west? Because the east would be like that. Hold up, I have to reread. Cyclist A is riding, Cyclist B is riding east. Okay. That doesn't make sense, but it's fine. We're still gonna put the 24 right here. And 5,224 meters per second. Riding east. Oh yeah, whatever. We're just gonna, how fast is the distance between the two cyclists changing? Basically, it's just another Pythagorean theorem question. So they want this. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to take it back. I keep thinking about taking it back because they've given us nice information, but the question is still 6 lines long. That does not change this fact. So we're just going to do our a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Also, these numbers are quite big, so that's another like slap in the face. Very rude. 3,900 squared plus 5,200 squared equals c squared. Once again, it's very tempting to do that, but guess what? You can't. You can't. There's no escape. Anyway, 39 times 39. What is that? I wish I knew. 39, 39. 1, 8, 27. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and use a calculator because I just have accepted I cannot do basic math. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of zeros. Can you guys remember to for me when I write that down? 152, 1521, and then 4 zeros. Thanks, guys. All right, 5,200 times 5,200. Oh my goodness, 2704. 2704, 1, 2, 3, 4 equals c squared. Lovely. We're going to add these things together, these horrific numbers. 1521, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. 4225, 4225, 1, 2, 3, 4 equals c squared. Jesus Christ. What's the square of that? Can you guys tell me? Probably not. So let's try. You know what? Let's try and do this. I don't know how to do this. I would have to just guess random numbers, which I'm not going to do. I'm just going to look this up. You can stay here for this if you want. I'm just looking it up on my phone. It's a lot of dead air if I just don't talk, so I'm just going to keep talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, root. Didn't come up. Maybe I have to write square root. Square root. Can you just tell me, Google? Can you just let me know what it is? Okay, its square root is 6,500. That's our C. Lovely. Now we're just going to take the derivative of this equation. And we've done it before. We've done it multiple times, I think. I don't know. I don't remember what I did in this video. So 2a, a prime, plus 2b, b prime equals 2c, c prime. If you're wondering why I am breathing so much, it's because I've only drank Red Bull today. So my heart may give out at any moment. So 2 times 3,900. And then they've given us a prime plus 2, 5,200. They've given us b prime equals 2, 6,500. And they want c prime. Yeah. So once again, I am not going to do any of this work because I don't know how to multiply. times 32 times 2. 249, 600. Plus 5200 times 2 times 24. That's the same number. Crazy. Wow. What a coincidence. Okay, times 2, 1300. And then you just divide. And then we're about to find out. What do you guys think it is? You want to take a guess? Good guess. Nice. Ooh. The answer is 384. Wait, I think it's 38.4. We did something wrong. There's some sort of zero that we put in extra, but the number's right. So, I mean, beggars can't be choosers. You're coming here instead of Chegg. So, obviously I don't know what I'm doing. 38.4. Yeah. So we did some. Here's the Chegg answer if you want to just look at that. Yeah. Whatever. We did something wrong with the 0, but it doesn't really matter because you got the right answer in the end, right? Well, you got a similar answer to the right answer in the end. So, yeah, it's probably something in there. Whatever. Your answer, 38.4. I've done this question 4 times because I did not know that a baseball field didn't have 4 plates, like 4 bases. I thought this was 4th base, this was 2nd. And apparently that's wrong. So I've just been doing the question really incorrectly because I should not be expected to know how a baseball field looks. Okay, I'm in a math class. Do you think people who are taking math know how sports work? Obviously not. Obviously not. People in math don't know sports. It's just common knowledge. Please give me a photo next time of a baseball field. Okay, I'm going to stop. A baseball diamond is a square. That also, a baseball diamond is a square. Like, it is, but shut up. Do you have to be that person? A baseball diamond is a square. Like, no. Shut up. Nobody cares. But honestly, that would confuse me on an exam. I'd be like, what? A diamond? How can a diamond be a square? And then I'd fail like I have been doing. Okay, anyway, we're going to start. A baseball diamond is a square. There's our nice looking diamond whose sides are 90 feet long. So we have 90, 90, 90, 90. Suppose a player running from second base, sorry, I'm still angry, second, okay, base to third base has a speed of 30 feet per second at the instant he is 20 feet from third base. So let's say right here, he's 20 feet from third base. So at that point, he is running 30 feet per second, all right? At what rate is the player's distance from the home plate changing at that instance? So basically, it's another triangle problem. That's... lines are really hard. Oh, that's even worse. Yeah, that's close enough. All right, so basically it's another, we're going to get out our nice Pythagorean theorem. It's another triangle problem. So we have A is 20, B is 90. We don't know what C is. Question mark? Sorry, okay. So 20 squared plus 90 squared equals C squared. I don't know how to do this multiplication, so I'm just going to put it in a little calculator. 400 plus 90 squared, right? 8100 equals C squared. Square the whole thing. What do we have? 400 plus that, 8500. That's a nasty number, so we're just going to keep it in the square root. And if you have homework online, enter it in the square root, otherwise it won't take it. Just a fun tip. Sorry. So we're going to, now we have like mostly what we need. So we're going to take the derivative of this lovely equation. So we have 2a, a prime, plus 2b, b prime, equals 2c, c prime. Lovely. So 2a, what's a? 20. What's a prime? 30. Because that's our, that. Plus 2 90. What's B prime? Trick question. Ooh, who knows? This is why I always run out of scrap paper. Oh, that's a big eraser. So B prime basically is going to be 0 because it's not changing. You know, it's 90 feet long. It's not changing. Usually in most of these equations, I'm not going to say that, but I am going to say it. I don't really know anything. You shouldn't trust me. But in most of these equations, the height usually does not have a derivative. That's not even height. Looking at it, that's the bottom. Whatever. It doesn't. It's 0. So you're just not going to care about it. Equals 2. What's C? Oh, that nasty thing. And then C prime. So basically, 20 times 30, bro. I'm not even going to try. Times 2. 1200. 1200 equals 28500 C. So you divide, and that's your answer. So 1200 divided by 2, that's 600 over 8500, and that is your answer. This was awful because once again I cannot read or understand. I read conical. Am I pronouncing it right? Who cares? I've never seen this word conical in my life. So I read it as comical. So I read sand pouring from a chute forms a comical pile. So I was like, oh, that's so fun. They've written a comical pile. How big is the sand pile like that? And then it's just like a little kid like at the beach and he's just getting drowned by this. This is not funny now that I'm saying it out loud. So I'm going to stop showing you that I'm a sociopath and I laugh at a child getting drowned by sand. That's not even possible. You can't drown by sand. You can't get suffocated. I get whatever. So I read comical pile. So then I used the Pythagorean formula because I assumed it was a triangle. It's not. They mean cone. Conical is apparently a word now. Okay, fine, go. Also, and then I was like, how is that possible? Because this, I was like, how is it going? And then I realized, you know, it's not going to go it's going to go like that. They mean like that. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. I was thinking of like a snow cone, like the sand was just going to go in sort of a snow cone shape on its own. And I was really just confused about that. But now I understand that it's going to be like that. Anyway, let's actually read the question. So sand pouring from a chute forms a conical pile whose height is always equal to the diameter. So height equals diameter. If the height increases at a constant rate of 5 feet per minute, so we have 5 feet per minute is our height derivative. At what rate is the sand pouring from the chute when the pile is 10 feet high? So let's get our little equation out here. Do I remember it? Nope. I'm going to have to look that up. So, okay. V equals pi r2, right? V equals pi r2, and then what? H over 3? Yes, H over 3. Hold on, I have to plug in my computer, otherwise it's going to die. Oh, like I am. Okay, there we go. Now we have that. So, we can plug in some stuff right now. So we could do, let's see. Do we have R? We have diameter. And diameter is, what is it? Half of R? Half of R. So, that's what we're going to do. Do we have V? No. Pi, basically, well, hold up. 1/2 R equals H. We're going to put it in terms of, okay, that's it. Oh, we're going to do this. R equals 2H. Nice. Okay. So we're going to do 2H squared H over 3, right? So, that works, right? 2H squared R equals 2A. Yeah, that should work. Right? I feel like it won't for some reason. We're going to figure it out. If it doesn't work, we'll come back and fix it. So, okay, this looks wrong. Why does it, Oh no, oh no, this is a mess. What's happening? Bring back my... Please bring it back. Don't just freeze. Please. Is it not? No, it's not gonna do that. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna do this the way that I'm gonna do this right now. Oh my god. Okay. I get it. The software I'm using is illegally downloaded, but like, come on. Get it to work. So let's rewrite a little formula. V equals, what was it? Pi r2 h over 3. So this is just confusing me. So I'm not gonna look at that. We're gonna do v equals pi. We're gonna do r squared. So hold on. 1/2 of r equals d, right? And that equals h, right? So it should be that r equals 2h, right? We're gonna go with that. You know what? We're gonna go with that. H over 3, whatever. So now we're just gonna solve for h, I guess. So v equals pi 4h squared h over 3. V equals pi 4h to the third over 3. Okay, so we have that. If the height increases at a constant rate, what rate is the sand pouring from the chute when the pile is 10 feet high? Okay, so let's get our... Let's plug in 10 here. So 10 times... Oh, that's going to be a big number. 10 times 10 times 10. 10 times 4 divided by 3. Oh, no. We're going to keep it as 400 pi over 3 equals v. Now we're going to take our derivative of this entire equation. So we could take the pi and the 4 over 3 right out. And then we can do 3h squared times h prime. So, oh, we didn't even need v. Whatever. That's fine. So v prime equals... that's going to cancel, so that's going to be pi 4 h squared times h prime. Okay. If the height, so we have height derivative, that's going to be 5. And we have height, that's going to be 10, so it's 100 times 4 times pi equals v. So that should be the answer. So 500... I'm not going to even try. Times 4. So 2,000 pi. That does not seem right. I'm going to be honest right now. That does not seem right. It is not. Okay, so yeah, you can't. This was wrong. This was wrong. The rest is good. The rest is great. But that was not. That was no bueno. So we're going to go back. Oh, we're just going to erase everything. Pretend like we didn't even do anything. Right. So... let's get that formula out again. Do I remember it from writing it so many times? I think so. I'm gonna double check. This is how they did it on Chegg, if you would like to see that. Nope, yeah, I remembered it wrong. It's fine. Everything's fine. Life is fine. H over 3. H over 3. So, let's bring it back. H prime, that's gonna be 5 feet per minute. It's important when the chute, so we have h equals 10. Beautiful. Here we have also h equals d equals 1/2 r, right? So what they did is they did h equals 1 over 2 d. And somehow that worked, even though isn't 2h d? Whatever. You know what? I'm not going to argue with that right now. So pi d over 2 h over 3. Whoops, forgot the square. Whoops. And now we're just going to do the same thing. So v equals pi d squared over 4 h over 3. V equals pi d h2 over 12. Oh, can't forget the h. And that is our beautiful, lovely equation. But wait a moment. They then did v equals pi h3 over 12. So they just took the diameter and then switched into h, which, I mean, yeah, h equals, I don't know. It's a bit of a mind boggle, whatever, maybe just to me, because my mind is quite small. So but that's what they did. So then you're just going to take the derivative of this. So that's going to be v prime equals, you could take out this little stuff here, pi over 12 times the derivative of h3, which is 3h2 times h prime. 3h2 h prime. So you're going to have 3 pi h2 h prime over 12, which is v prime. Now you just plug stuff in. So you can do 3 pi, what's h? 10. So that's 100. And then h prime is 5 times 5 over 12. And that should be your answer. Right. That should be the answer. This makes no sense to me. That's another question. So that should be your answer. Yeah. Yeah, they just simplified pi over 4. I kept the 3 over 12. So your answer is going to be 125 pi. 125 pi. Lovely. Great stuff. So we have more math. There's more math. How great. So water pours into a fish tank at a rate of 0.3 cubic meters per minute. So we have a rate of change, right, per minute. It's a rate of change. How fast is the water level rising if the base of the fish tank is 2 by 3 meter rectangle? So first we're going to draw a rectangle, all right? Nice little rectangle. It's not nice. It looks like garbage, but it's okay. And what's the volume of a rectangle? Can you tell me? Sounds good. He probably didn't say anything. Okay. So we have that, and we have 2 by 3, so we can do v equals L times 6, because 2 times 3. So v equals 6L. Right? Length times width. Yeah, whatever. So now we can do the derivative of this. Isn't that great? So v prime equals 6L prime. So 0.3 equals 6L prime, divide by 6, divide by 6. 0.3 over 6 equals L prime. So that should be your answer. 0.3 over 6. What is that? I don't know. Is it, I think it's 1.2 or 0.12. Whatever. You have a calculator. You can do this. That's the answer. What's up, gamers? We have more math, in case you were wondering. Oh, are we done? No, we're not. So this question starts out by telling you it's night, which I think is a really good, useful piece of information, because you will not be able to do this problem without knowing it is night. So someone who's 4 feet tall is walking away from a street light at a rate of 8 feet per they're walking faster than their height. Speedy. Okay, that's not funny. Sorry, that's offensive. I'm short. I can say these things. The street light is 12 feet tall. So there we go. The person casts a shadow on the ground in front of them. How fast is the length of the shadow growing when the person is 3 feet from the street light? So there we go. And there we go. 4. That's their shadow, right? So we're just going to do that. And then boop. And then it's a bigger triangle. So this is A, right? That's C, and this is B, and B is going to be made up of X plus Y. So yeah, so we're going to do similar triangles. If you don't remember what that is, it's basically like this triangle is big, and hold up. And this triangle is small and inside of it. So there are like proportions. Their proportions should be equal. So don't ask me why. I don't know. So we're going to take the 12 over x plus y equals 4 over y. So I'm going to multiply y. So 12y over x plus y equals 4. 12y equals 4x plus 4y. Could divide that all by 4. 3y equals x plus y minus y minus y. 2y equals x. So this, you may think, I'm done. No, you're not. None of us are ever done until death. So you're going to take the derivative of this now, because they want the length of, how fast is the length of a shadow growing. So they don't want y. They don't want to know like a stagnant answer. They want to know the rate. So you got to do the derivative. So it's going to be 2y, y prime equals x prime. Lovely. So what do we have? Do we have this stuff? I don't know. Let's find out. There we go. I'm sorry for the mess, but also I'm not. Okay. 2 times what's y? I wish I knew. I wish I could tell you. We're going to leave that for now. We'll come back to it. 2y, we're solving for y prime, so we should know that, equals x prime. So x prime is going to be 8, right? And y is going to be, someone who's 4 feet tall is walking away from a street light. Street light is 12 feet tall. The person casts a shadow on the ground in front of them. Oh, there is no y. Whoopsies. Yeah. This is, you shouldn't be watching this video. It's not educational. It's just bad. Because, yeah, you do y prime, and then that would be 0. 0 times y plus y prime times 2. So there is no y. Whoopsies. So that's your answer. Y prime equals 4. And that is correct. That is what Kronos told me. So you cannot fight me on that. So that's it. Y prime equals, the answer is 4.